Hey everyone, today we have a dress watch from Seiko, an open heart dress watch. It's the Seiko SSA231K1, and I'll show you some quick measurements on it. We have a case, the case is 41 millimeters, not including the crown, and then it's 13 thick. The lug to lug is about 47 and a half. The lug width is 20 millimeters, and then we have the 4R39 movement in here. So I really like open heart watches. I know they're not everyone's cup of tea because you got a big hole in the dial there, but I love that you can see the balance wheel and the escapement kind of clicking away there, running the watch. It's a great reminder of, the mechanical movement inside this watch. It also has the open case back, so you get to enjoy it from both sides. So I had the Orient Esteem open heart watch previously, and I ended up selling it. The thing I didn't like about it is it didn't hack or hand wind. Hand winding and hacking, more so hacking, I really enjoy in a watch because I like to make sure I'm lining up the minute hand, synchronizing it so you'll see when this comes around, but right when the second hand is going to cross the 12, you have the minute hand lining up with the dash. I don't know, I'm kind of neurotic about that, and I really like when things line up. So it's really difficult to do that on a non-hacking watch, and by hacking I mean when you pull the crown, the second hand stops, and it's cool on the open heart, you can see that the balance wheel stops as well. And then when you push the crown back in, you can see it fire back up. Yeah, so I got this one to replace the Orient Esteem because I like the hacking and hand winding. This is the 4R39 movement. It's 21.6 beats per hour, so you get 6 movements of the second hand per second. And then it's pretty nice. You have also the 24-hour subdial and the open heart on the 4R39. You lose on the 4R35, you have the date. So you give up the date and you get a 24-hour subregister. I don't think the 24-hour subregister is a very useful complication. It's okay. It's nice on a watch. I have a watch that has a 24-hour and a date. It's nice because you can tell if you're in the safe time to switch the date. You generally don't want to switch the date between... I only do it at 6 a.m., but I think technically you're not supposed to switch it between about 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. That's when there's a gear that's operating the date change. It's active, and you can technically break it on some watches if you're changing the date while it's engaged. So it can help with that, but this watch has no date, so you don't have to worry about that. It did come on this brown strap, but I switched it out for this blue. I don't know if you can tell in the light, but these hands are faux blue. They're not heat treated, I doubt. This is not a very expensive watch to have heat treated hands. But they look nice. The blue looks pretty cool, and then with the blue strap, it kind of makes it pop, and probably not coming through on the video, but... And then you have a nice handset. I like how on the second hand you have that moon counterbalance. I think that looks really cool. These are Romans. I'll get in closer to show you some of the details of the dial. There's some patterning in the center, and there's some patterning on the 24-hour sub-register. And then the other thing that I think is kind of cool is just 3 screws here, kind of around the border of the open heart. Yeah, so you have the 4R39, you have hacking, hand winding. Then you have the display case back, and you have a little bit of decoration. There's some brushing on, you can see there in the back, and then you have the one thing they did on this watch is there's a gold, well not gold, but gold colored balance wheel there, which is nice because you can see it through the back, and then it especially draws attention to it on the front when you're looking through down into the open heart. So yeah, and I'll pull in closer, you can see, but even in this angle you can see the balance wheel spinning, and you can see the escapement. If you look really close to that screw, the second hand is going to pass over the escapement right now, and you can see the teeth. And that's the end of the powertrain for the watch. It's releasing energy and it's timing itself off the balance wheel. And then through reduction gears, you can put any sort of complication you want off that, like that 24-hour sub-register, which is a lot like a date if you think about it. It spins one time per day, but instead of displaying the date, it's displaying the 24-hour time. So what do I like about this watch? What don't I like about this watch? I really don't like how thick it is. It's 13 millimeters thick. I'll give a wrist shot at the end, but that's a little thick for a dress watch. I mean, it goes under a shirt cuff. I like to wear dress watches at work. And then I'm not a huge fan of the 24-hour sub-register. I think it's kind of cool, I don't know. You can let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. It adds kind of like another layer to the dial, because you have the Romans are, if you look at that, that's like the highest level. And then if you step down one level, you have the 24-hour. And then like if you step down another level, that's kind of where the Open Heart starts. So that is kind of cool that you have the 3 layers there. The only other thing is, I don't know if this will bother some people. It doesn't really bother me. The Seiko is applied. I like that, the Seiko logo. And then, but then you have automatic. It's kind of written in a cursive script, but that doesn't really bother me. So yeah, I like this watch. The action on the winding is really nice. See if you can hear it. I don't know if that's going to pick up. I can, hold on. Yeah, I don't think it's going to pick it up, but it has a nice sound. It has a nice tactile feel. I like feedback when I wind a watch. And the 4R family, I guess. I don't know if that's the designation, but the 4R watches do have a nice feedback when you wind them. So yeah, this watch, I'm pretty happy with it. It's got 5 atmospheres of water resist. Obviously, you wouldn't want to get this wet. You have Seiko. It does have, I'm not sure, that's the magnetic resistance symbol there. It's supposed to be like a magnet with a line under it. And then they got a serial number and stainless steel case, obviously. This is stainless steel, just like every other watch is basically stainless steel. And then, yeah, that's about it. So I'll get a wrist shot real quick. And we'll see if we can get real close on here. Yeah, there you go. You can actually see the 2 pallet stones. And that is working with the escapement. And then you can get the details of the dial. The dial is really cool. So on the outer edge, you have that chapter ring with the minute markings. And you have the just painted on numerals. You can see 4R39. And then if you look in the middle section, you have the Seiko applied logo, and you have kind of a patterning. There's a patterning on the dial in the center, which is nice. It's cool. And you can see there's a patterning on the 24-hour register. I'm going to stop this to switch out. So here it is on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. It's actually a really good fit. The lugs don't overhang. There's still some room, and they kind of don't draw too much attention away from the watch itself, which is 41 millimeters, which I think looks really nice. I've been really gravitating towards 38 millimeter watches, but I think 41 looks okay for me. I think I can pull off 42 as well, but I tend to gravitate towards, I think 40 to 38 millimeters is just the right size for me. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. If you like the Open Heart, if you don't like the Open Heart. I really like it. It can be a conversation starter. If someone comments that they like the watch, you can show them the balance wheel spinning back and forth there. It really blows a lot of people away. They don't realize. And honestly, I didn't realize until a couple years ago that mechanical watches, they don't have battery. It's just working fully off the spring. It's pretty cool. So anyways, that's this watch. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think they're available on Amazon. I think there's a newer version in the Presage line, but this one's pretty cool. All right, thanks.